It's a Friday night in Durham, North Carolina, with the Army Black Knights paying a visit to Cameron Indoor Stadium to take on the 7th-ranked Duke Blue Devils. And welcome everybody inside Cameron Indoor, along with Army's 9th all-time leading scorer, Chris Batum. Army in its black and Duke in its gray can play their finest here on ACC Network, and it's the Blue Devils with the basketball first, and Caleb Foster, their sophomore point guard from Harrisburg, North Carolina. Knipple denied. Right there to clean it up. Come on, Malawach.
Jon Scheyer loves going to Knipple off of, a staggered screen, something to get him curling into the lane because he's a really good passer and finisher. Army had the first shot there defended, but Malawach wide open on the offensive board.
Now, Army is a team heavy in the backcourt. They've got 3 guys who will cause Duke some trouble. Ryan Curry is the point guard, and then you've got Josh Scovins. And
he's got a lot of playing time last year in the first season for Kevin Kuick, their head coach. Rucker really has the experience with this group, a guy who's been in this building, has played a lot of basketball, sat out last year.
That foul goes against Con Knipple. And Josh made the drive to Cameron, although this is not his first trip. Specifically qualified in so many ways to get the head coaching job at Army.
He sure was. He's a veteran last year to get Kevin Kuick here.
Malawach misses the 3. There's Knipple ripping the rebound away from Blake Barker. Foster from the corner. He finds the range.
To that offensive glass.
Off the bounce. Scovins missed. Ball pinballs to Tyrese Proctor, the junior from Sydney, Australia. Gives it to the star freshman, and with the lane opening wide, Cooper Flagg goes right. Rucker. And the senior from Baltimore pulls Army back within a point.
Well, he had a good game here 2 years ago, like you said, Doug, and those are the kind of shots you got to hit in a game like this. Army will run opportunistically, but they played at one of the slowest tempos in the country last year. Like, if they don't have anything early, they're going to the end of the shot clock.
Malik Brown, foul.
Facilitator of their offense at the top of the key. He doesn't give you.
He's of that same ilk, 6'8", 6'9", disruptive on the perimeter. I'm amazed the way Malik Brown is able to handle defensively even the quickest of ball handling guards.
And that's what he does best. He is a deflection master.
In practice, more than twice as many deflections as any of his teammates. Cooper Flagg on the receiving end.
It's one of the things Kevin Kuick was concerned about. You can't turn it over in this building, and you can't let Duke get out on those runs, and turnovers will be a spark for that.
Ryan Curry, the point guard, dumps it off. Good looking set to find AJ. Knipple, as though he heard me say he had yet to score.
That's the one guy, Coach K.
Tough shot. Flagg with another rebound. Gillis tries again. That experience that he brings. Gillis up to the rim. Malawach was fouled and will head to the free throw line as
he's got a rebound like a maniac, block shots, catch lob.
Just turned 18 in September. He is the 5th youngest player. Lajkowski gives to the point guard Curry, who gets the Black Knights back on the board and back to within 5. Flagg attacks and will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. They've got to feel okay. how the Pat Kelsey era worked.
both for the sport of college basketball, and I think the ACC needs it as well. And look, they're built in the image of Pat Kelsey. It's got a Pitino-esque vibe. They were pressuring defensively, shoot a lot of threes. And they got a number of different guys on a rebuilt roster that can make an impact. So it was just good to see that building rocking.
Tough shot by Caleb Foster. He's now got 5. Blue Devils back up by 7. Skip pass, Rucker off the bounce. That's the offense from the perimeter they need from him.
By Rucker.
Foul came on Lachkowski. Number 32 came in after the strip away. Flag. Yes! 7 for the freshman from Newport, Maine.
He was, General Brown and I were actually in Iraq. I didn't serve under him, but we were over in Iraq 05, 06 at the same time. And
offered the rest of us. Malowacz makes the...
On graduation day.
Yep.
I still say to, give him a hard time about it. I mean, you couldn't...
5 boards. The freshman from Maine works into the lane. Rising up, can't get the roll. Malowacz keeps it alive. Again, the Blue Devils having a huge advantage on the offensive glass so far tonight. It turns into another 3, this time off the fingers of Con Knippel. Junior from Williston, North Dakota, into the game for Army. Knippel dumps it off. Flag. Misses the layup. Keeps it alive to himself and puts it in, plus the foul.
He played on a great team at Montverde, but he and Con Knippel both undefeated.
Time to shoot. Flag may have gotten a piece. James is fouled. The bump is given on the perimeter by Blake Barker, one of 4 young men. The jersey. They have the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. I'm forever impressed, and the fact that thanks to Coach Holloway has come in. Isaiah Caldwell as well for Kevin Kuick.
Army's had their looks from 3. It's just not what they do well.
Well, Cooper Flag is showing you the entire arsenal. And I know you, among all the Army alums, are excited about your football team. Now 8-0, the only Division I FBS team to have not trailed in a game at all this season. And they will try to go to 9-0 at North Texas tomorrow, 3:30.
We have to beat Notre Dame? I mean, what are people waiting for?
Available on the ESPN app, so you can watch anywhere. Duke now 6-3. The Blue Devils. Caleb Foster this year. What does his role need to be?
Yeah, first of all, he's the point guard, and his advance of the basketball is better than anybody they have on this team. I mean, he advances it quicker than anyone. My word.
Goaltending against Malowacz, easy call. Got it on the way down.
But it's interesting.
A deep run come March and April. Another offensive rebound. This time Malowacz pulls it out. Whistling a foul on the floor after the near steal by Josh Scovins.
Good freshmen come through this program, certainly through college basketball. To me, that's what team rebounds between the 2 of them in this first half.
Sion James, the grad transfer from Tulane, playing his 5th year of college ball and nearly planted a facial on A.J. Allensbach.
The portal, they got the best fits.
And a grown man, he really stands out during practice and shoot around as a leader on this team. Rucker gives to Scovins, last year's Rookie of the Year in the Patriot League, going to work.
He's a really good player. He's kind of a tweener. If he was playing up a level, he'd have to be a 3. But, in that Patriot League, he could get away with being that mismatch 4.
Around and out on Flag, kept alive by Gillis. Malowacz throws it down.
Like a glove.
And now that you mention it, that seems to me, as Sion James buries a 3. Is that a different glove than he wore Monday? It seems to be a little less padding, perhaps. Again, it's a minor hand injury, according to Coach Shire, that is just getting a little extra protection in hopes that at some point before too long, Malawach will play without that glove on the left hand. Final 5 seconds of the half. Deep three, Scovins, no. That would have timed out perfectly if AJ had been able to get that rebound to go. Con Knippel step back three. His third three. And AJ is one of 4 Carolinians on the expansive Army roster, getting an opportunity to play here in Durham. It's a good looking stroke from Jalen Rucker, the senior out of the Gilman School in Baltimore, who was first team All-Patriot League 2 years ago and is among the top 20 all-time leading scorers in Army basketball history. Tyrese Proctor joins the fun, his first 3 points of the night. I was going to ask you, as the number 9 all-time leading scorer in Army basketball history, Rucker with a big season could push it down to 10.
Well, that's what I've learned, Doug. As you get older, you move down those lists.
He might catch you tonight.
It's a depressing fact. Slow down, Jalen.
Missed by Scovins. Everybody gets a shot, and everybody missed on that time. 49-26. Duke with the basketball, wearing their commemorative gray uniform. Drive. Curry, 5 seconds to shoot. Proctor stays with him. Terrific bounce pass on the back door to Scott. We've talked pretty much about everybody else's role this season. So Proctor's more off the ball. Here he is from 3 again. Will that be his primary?
Etc. But there's got to be an element of his game where he is not attempting the spectacular. He's dependable.
Well, it shows you that stroke. When he's Knippel, no. Isaiah Caldwell, the senior from Columbia, South Carolina, gets it blocked by Proctor. Good hustle to keep with the play and lay it back in by Josh Scovins. He's got
in that first half, and then, you know, Army, or rather Duke, ended up running away with that. And obviously this one's a 30-point game. I mean, Duke's got to have a game where they get an honest look at where they're at. They just haven't had that yet.
Well, it's going to come, and it's going to come soon. 3 ball by Rucker. He's now got 14 points. Into the game, Darren Harris, another one of the freshmen, number 8 in gray. Yeah, the schedule is going to get markedly more difficult in the next month for the Blue Devils. They'll take on 4 ranked non-conference opponents in the next. I'm Doug Sherman, and we continue to get more and more good, big non-conference matchups, which is what the sport needs in November and December.
It sure is. You know, the future of college basketball is about matchups and venues, and those matchups start with the blue bloods in our sport. And I think the coaches of those teams, John Shire, Hubert Davis, Bill Self, you know, they bear that responsibility. And, you know, the fact that Duke is playing Arizona, playing Kansas, you know, the Champions Classic, I mean, these are games that are important for the sport.
Number 2 in gray for Duke. He'd been out for a few minutes getting rehydrated, dealing with cramps for the 2nd time this week. Good spot up from the left wing, and a beautiful stroke from Tate Latchkowski.
They got a little bit lazy when it came to defending the basketball and keeping it in front.
Cooper Flagg also takes a seat on the bench. Malawach, Knippel, who puts up the 3 and hits it. Proctor tries to dump it off. Malawach gathers, goes up, and he gets the roll. He leads Army with 17 points tonight, 14 for Scovins. Off the spin, James has a chance for 3. His father, Elbridge James, played at then Division III Binghamton. His mom, Carol, brother, Jill. Knipple into the lane. Tough finish. And he'll have a chance for three.
Your body through completely.
I should mention that was in an easy Duke victory, but here is Malik Brown. And again, we've talked about his ability to pass the basketball and the role that he happily plays on the offensive end. Gillis fouled down the shot. He will head to the line.
Up there directing and facilitating offense. And we saw if a team's not switching tightly, and Malik, he just got a good knack for.
Under 7 minutes remaining in regulation. Proctor has a step. Strong finish. He's having himself a big second. Curry in some trouble, able to find a teammate. 10 seconds to shoot. The point guard gets it back. Barker. Oh, that's a tough shot.
Very tough. To that point in the game, a lot of guys are hunting numbers, but there are times with as unselfish as Duke can be, you know, he kind of sticks out at times as the one guy who's really hunting his stuff out there. That was my experience with Jay Williams.
Now I looked at that box score. Brown throws down the miss. I looked at that box score from '99. I think you held Jay Will to 10 points.
Coach K held him to 10 points. Let's be clear.
And his minutes were down because the game was pretty one-sided. Tough shot. Great use of his body, Josh Scovins. When you come in and play in this building, whether you're a mid-major or an ACC rival, you will never forget coming into Cameron.
Oh, you won't. It was one of the cool things Kevin Q.
Good battle inside. That one won by Allensbach.
Nearly the size this year.
Although on Monday in their opening night win against Albany, both their primary bigs, Allensbach and Lechkowski, were good. They were a combined 6 for 6 from the floor. They got to get some production out of those guys. 48, along with Chris Spatola. I'm Doug Sherman, and what do you know? Number 6 in gray had another deflection. Army gets it back. Can't turn it into 2. Chance Perkins had it hanging on the rim. So a chance for a trip to the line for Perkins. Well, the ACC championships. There are 6 ACC men's soccer teams nationally ranked. Pitt, the #1 seed. By the way, Duke will take on Cal in a 6 o'clock match. I saw the Golden Bears leaving the practice field here at Durham as we were leaving Cameron from this afternoon. N100 comes here to Duke with a reputation as an elite shooter, high basketball IQ. Brown with the rebound. 47-29 rebound advantage for the Blue Devils tonight. Foster with a runner. He's out of Harvard Westlake High School in Los Angeles. This is the 17th game he's gotten into over the last 4 years. Nice looking bank shot by Blaine on Monday. Crowd would love for them to get to the century mark here tonight. Hubbard, no look pass again, looking for an assist, and he's got one. Pure shot by Evans. There's the stroke that we heard so much about.
Well, and it started with the pass by Hubbard. I mean, nice job changing direction to get 2 feet in the paint, and then a nice skip to Evans.
Mayo back out front to Doherty. JT Doherty, a senior from River Falls, Wisconsin, gets himself into the scoring book. He can forever tell the story of that shot I hit at Cameron that night. Begovic gives it back to Hubbard for 3. (98-58). Why not put it up, Jackson Mayo? Well, the shot clock is still in place, so will Duke take another shot to try to get to 100? I say yes.
They're going to run something here.
for 101. Sheffield, no, and that may end all hope of triple digits for Duke. Although maybe not. The takeaway by Harris, and he lays it in. Final score 100-58, Duke over Army. The top-rated recruiting class in the country, Chris, showed out here tonight.
Yeah, they did. Obviously physically superior to Army, but they